discussing a different new adult experience. In 2009, St. Martin's Press held a contest calling for fiction similar to YA that could be marketed for new adults or older people that want to read YA. This brought forth authors such as Leah Rader, Cora Carmack, Al Kennedy, and Sylvia Day. While this genre is considered still in development, it's no longer considered just a branch of YA. Accusations of it being a low-grade marketing tactic are still being thrown around today. For me, as a young woman who's trying to enter the authorship realm, it has fascinated me since I discovered it my freshman year at Mount Union. And according to the numbers that present themselves when one searches for new adult fiction on a variety of websites, including Amazon, Google, Books A Million, and Barnes & Noble, everyone else is still fascinated as well. The results are almost endless, with new adult now spanning the subgenres of paranormal romance and LGBTQIA+ romance. I began to sense a pattern. With female protagonists between the ages of 18 and 30, publishers needed a way to justify the new genre so that it could compete with pre-existing genres, such as sci-fi, creative nonfiction, and so on. Publishers such as Penguin started to see a way to funnel readers from the young adult craze, which focused on protagonists 12 to 18, and themes of friendship, identity, coming of age, and first love, into new adult, which focuses on women and themes of leaving home, independence, developing sexuality, education choices, and career choices. This ultimately allows the publishers to create a pipeline to romance, the genre that, according to Romance Writers of America, generates $1.8 billion of revenue a year. One is not better than the other, however, because readers choose subject matter based on their own experiences and levels of reading. The difference between romance and new adult is that romance focuses on the relationship between two people in the emotionally gratifying end of the novel, which is what you expect going into a romance novel. However, new adult provides a safe space for readers to explore other aspects of life outside of the erotic. A lot of authors get caught up in the romance side of marketing of their novels, and these young authors, 38-year-old Jennifer Armentrout, 39-year-old Jamie McGuire, 36-year-old Elliot Wake, 36-year-old Al Kennedy, and 48-year-old Gail Foreman, to name a few, showcase young protagonists in college, but they tend to showcase college as a backdrop for romance. When I thought about creating my project, I wanted to write a new adult piece that showcased the college relationships and experiences that I found at Mount Union. My piece is centered around a college senior named Marnie Thomas and her quest of acceptance into an MFA program. Alongside this, I wanted to delve into the relationships that are most important to a college senior. And for Marnie, that results in her roommates Devin and Claire, her advisor Dr. Scott, and her ex Liam. The purpose of including an ex was to subvert the themes of romance that are normally seen with adult romance books and the new adult romance that I've read. The main one that I wanted to subvert was the saving of Marnie by Liam. In order to do this, I wrote and included diary entries throughout for Marnie to react to so that she can ultimately grow emotionally and mentally throughout the piece. In my research, I read 3 true new adult novels that stuck out to me: Just One Night by Gail Foreman, Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and LA Candy by Lauren Conrad. They struck out to me due to the span of topics discussed, character development, and their overall presence in my memory throughout all of my other research. When I was developing character, I decided to use some already existing models and tweak them to fit the narrative of my own piece. For example, Bridget Jones of Bridget Jones's Diary influenced Marnie's diary and her sometimes toxic trait of forgiveness and negativity. Sam from Perks of Being a Wallflower influenced her roommates Devin and Claire's love of art and emotional freedom. Dallas from The Outsiders influenced Liam's cockiness and aloofness to situations presented by Marnie. And Ava and Jen's relationship from I Hate Everyone But You influenced the relationship between Devin, Claire, and Marnie. Also, knowing that a shortcoming of mine is writing dialogue, I decided to also watch movies and TV shows so I could learn how to write distinct voices. For this, I looked at Legally Blonde, The Bold Type, Friends, Girls, Gilmore Girls, The Office, Parks and Recreation, The Good Place, Clueless, Heathers, and Sex and the City. I tried to focus on movies and TV shows that had a diverse cast with very distinct voices. For shows with multiple main cast members, such as Sex and the City, I would finish an episode and go back and read the script online. And for this, I would sometimes cover the names of the characters and guess who was talking. And by doing this, I vastly improved my dialogue writing by being able to add voice to my own characters. For writing short stories and fiction, I use three main sources. The Every Man's Bedtime series, which features short stories by writers like Nabokov, Le Guin, Fitzgerald, Carter, among many others. I use this to understand how to tell a complete story in a few short pages, as my SCE is only 26 double-spaced pages. I wanted to learn how to correctly have a plot arc and narrative while not having a lot of room to really explore any details, such as you have in a large novel. I also read The Art of Fiction by David Lodge, which focuses on the craft of fiction in relation to classic fiction, such as works by Austen. And I learned how to use plot, character, mood, tone, and dialogue together to form one cohesive story. I also use the 21st century perspective on short stories, which explains in detail how contemporary stories, like the one I am currently trying to write, compare to those that I read in the bedtime classics that I had read previously. Overall, while writing my SCE, I am focusing on going outside of my comfort zone and outside of the publishing pipeline, and I'm trying to add a new perspective to the developing genre of new adult that hopefully can appeal to those currently in undergrad and those that have ever been to undergrad. I'm trying to stay within the guidelines set by new adult by including romance, but I want Marnie's story to be her own. On the pipeline, it exists for a reason that serves publishers and authors alike. However, as someone who has always read and written outside of the box, I hope my story leads you down a path of your own.